If you look closely, you can make out old Pete's head at the bottom of the screen.
I'm sorry.
You can make out
if I look closely,
at the bottom of the screen.
Brother's like, hello. If you look closely, you might be able to make out.
That works for me.
The scariest videos from down in Ohio. 3 hours long. Creepypasta image of Shrek. This has got to be the worst content I've ever seen, right? I haven't ever watched Chills, realistically. I've just seen the memes. Is this like a compilation type thing? Okay, wait, no. So it's 1 hour of everything else and then 2 hours of the genie. Who's the genie? Why does he get so much more screen time? Surely he doesn't deserve this, right?
As far as I can tell, only one of them makes it to the car, and then I don't think it ends well. No other information on this video is available.
I still don't believe he talks like this. It's gotta be a bit. It's gotta be one of the longest running bits on YouTube. You just do not speak like that. That's not a thing. It's not real. I mean, like, realistically though, this is a good marketing strategy. Because, like, think about, like, he got turned into memes. Everyone knows his voice. It's one of the most recognizable voices on YouTube. Like, everyone knows who you are. And sure, there might be some guys who, like, make fun of you for it, but, like, you got a bag off that. Watch him in 2x speed. Imagine he just sounds like the most normal guy ever.
Ghost, but whatever it was scary. Views and ghosts aren't the only scary things about Airy Colony, located in India's Sanjay Gandhi National Park. Wikipedia warns against traveling.
This just sounds like a normal video now.
As there are many feral.
Let's watch one of the classic videos. Nowadays he uploads a lot longer ones. They're probably mostly compilations. Let's see the ones that blew him up.
Chills. Number 10, Ghost Jail. A YouTuber named Junked Up Kitten and his friends are exploring an old county jail. They take a video camera with them so that they can make a parody of the Ghost Hunters television series.
Okay, he definitely hams it up now. This sounds like a lot more of like a normal person speaking. He definitely like the people were like, hey, this guy talks kind of funny, and now he like cranks it up a notch to like 200%. Like this. Okay, I see what's going on.
Most people think of houses, hospitals, or jails when they think about ghost sightings, but some of the most unsuspecting of places can turn out to be the most haunted. This footage was taken in a popular food joint during broad daylight. A shadowy ghost suddenly materializes in a subway.
I mean, shit, isn't the idea that if you're a ghost, you haunt somewhere where you have unfinished business? Yeah, what kind of unfinished business do you have in a restaurant? Did you get, like, shot dead while eating a sandwich? Like a stray bullet? Like, what what kind of unfinished business do you have hanging out in a restaurant? No wonder there's such few sightings here. That's not surprised to me.
It starts out in the shape of a human and almost appears to be getting a table. The black shadow suddenly changes into a floating black blob of an orb. At this point, an employee or maybe a customer appears to see the ghost in the doorway. Whoever they are, they look stunned for a second and then quickly back away. The shadow orb pays no attention to the human as it floats up to the window and lingers there. It's almost as if it's taking a look at the outside world. The ghost starts to rise even higher and shrinks until it fully disappears back to wherever it came from.
I'm gonna be real, sometimes I watch these videos, I don't even know what to say about ghost sightings. Like, what is there to say? Like, am I actually just supposed to believe some guy just walked into his restaurant and was like, oh shit, they got an orb. The fucking orb guy's back. Hey, someone get this guy. Like, what? Why did he show up this time? Why was this the first time he looked out the window at the outside world? Did they just happen to catch him the first time he showed up? What's his unfinished business? Was he not done looking out the window? Was that all he wanted to do? That's why he dissipated right afterwards? Like, what am I supposed to make of this?
As this Brazilian soccer footage shows, the crowd is happily cheering on their favorite team when suddenly a shadow ghost starts sprinting through all of them.
That's just a guy, bro.
Even though a person is clearly running full speed at them.
He was in the bathroom when the concessions guy came by with all the beer and the hot dogs. He's like, hey, sir.
Number 7, Fridge Ghost. A YouTuber named No
Fridge
Ghost Hunter grows tired of living in a haunted home and decides to videotape the disturbances for evidence. It's a little past midnight when he hears scratching noises, which soon progresses into running footsteps and loud bangs. These noises appear to be coming from all different areas of the home at once. The next day, his HD TV literally begins rocking violently from side to side all by itself. The rocking motion picks up speed until the corners of the TV are almost hitting the entertainment center, and it looks like the base is going to break. Then the TV starts rocking back and forth the other way. There is nobody behind the television, and there's no way they could have been using strings to do this.
I mean,
finds a short video on his phone that he
is there no way?
sure he did not make.
Brother just made that up. I get that he's the horror guy, right? He has to kind of ham it up. He has to be the guy who's kind of like, oh, what could have caused this? What do you guys think? Comment down, like, yeah, he's the YouTube guy. He's the guy who does the horror things. He has to try and make it scary. There's no way strings could have done this. There's like, he could have just put like an automated little piston underneath the base, and all of a sudden, boom, it rocks back and forth. There's just some guy pressing a button off
ghost
screen.
Hunter finds a short
That's
video
all it
on
takes.
his phone that additional footage shows the TV shaking by itself again. This time, no ghost hunter is able to film behind the television to show that this is not a prank at all. He waves his hand above the television to show that there's no wires, and he even films underneath the base to show that there is no rod coming out from the entertainment center or anything like that.
Oh,
lights cut
okay.
out multiple times while he films. A few days later,
Damn,
he
I take it
captures
back.
his
This shit's
refrigerator-
haunted. Move out, bro. Move out. It's not worth it. Leave the TV, bro. Get out of there while you can, man. I'm with them now.
Brazen Poltergeist. For years, this local watering hole has been haunted by the ghost of Old Pete, a bitter ex-employee who left the earth quite some time ago, but not his job. If you look closely, you can make out Old Pete's head at the bottom of the screen. He appears to be waving. Look
I'm
closely,
sorry.
You can make out Old
If I look
Pete's head
closely,
at the bottom of the screen.
Brother's like, hello, hi. If you look closely, you might be able to make out. If you squirt really hard. Don't blink or
It
you
isn't
might
uncommon for
miss
tapes
it.
to turn. To make this all even stranger, all of the bottles that go crashing to the floor are always high-end red wines. This just so happened to be Old Pete's favorite drink, at least when he was still with the living. But the
Having
church
unfinished business in a bar
disturbance,
has got to be so
Stephen
fire.
Jake-
Because think about it. If you're a ghost, being in a bar has got to be the best place to be, right? Because you just have to laugh at drunk people. Like being a ghost stuck in like an old church or like a jail cell or something, that's so boring. If you're a ghost that's haunting a bar, that's comedy 24/7. That's like you're at the Laugh Factory at that point. That's
summer night with a single
that's
goal
dope.
in mind.
That guy drops
Two girls are
bangers. He's
alone
really
in their
funny.
house when one of them sees something in the doorway. Pause the video and you can see it's clearly the upper
Wait,
half
what?
of a young girl who is dressed in old-fashioned clothes from another time period. She is
That
floating
is-
off of a young
That is someone holding up a doll outside a frame, going like, yoo-hoo! That's all that is.
period. She is floating in midair as she
That girl
curiously
is
peeks in
stiff
on the
as a
two
statue.
children to see what they are doing. The girl with the camera follows the ghost as it retreats. The ghost instantly teleports and now stares at them from the top of the
Instantly
steps.
teleports.
The scared girls run out of the house screaming.
He's got a ghost with instant transmission now. That's fucked up. When they patch that, they buffed him. Ghosts have a 20% speed increase now. Can teleport when the player isn't looking. That's fucked.
One day, his radio turns to static and a spirit orb rushes out the window. Later, someone violently
Every time he
jiggles-
says some shit like a spirit orb or like a shadow orb or something, it sounds like we're living in a fantasy land now. He says it like it's a real thing that we all have experience with. And yo, don't y'all hate it when you open your front door and you see a spirit orb out in the front yard? God, they're the worst. It's like, bro, get out of here. I got a package coming later. You're gonna scare the guy away, dude. Get out of here, bro. That's just a spirit orb. Don't worry, he don't bite.
Things look to be going back to normal for a second, but then a paper towel roll suddenly flies up from the table to the couch, and the radio starts making more sounds again. The video recording starts to get fuzzy too, as if a ghost is causing electrical
flip.
disturbances.
It's just every time he says like something's about to move, and then like we have to like be ready for it to happen on the video. It's always so much more comical than I expect it to be. Cause like why the he acts like I was gonna see it go like woo and like float over like a ghost was carrying it. That shit like does a bottle flip over there. But that backflip though.
Number 1, Ghoul School. This footage comes from somewhere in the Middle East. A group of teenagers are curiously exploring an old school. They go up a flight of steps and pause when they hear a dog whining on the other side of the door. They all run down the steps and gather at the bottom. They're afraid of being attacked by a group of stray dogs now. The group finds bravery in their numbers and begins to joke and laugh again as they make their way down a long hallway. They
Terrible
open a door
mistake.
and find graffiti on the wall. The teens grow a little more nervous as they continue to poke around. They are laughing less and starting to go silent. Something just isn't right about this section of the building. They enter one classroom in particular and get a dreadful feeling. Suddenly, a figure actually appears out of thin air and walks towards them. The ghost is missing
hello.
his head, but there's somehow no blood. Explains why they calmly...
That man walked up to him like he had something to sell him. He just appears out of thin air like, hey boys, nice to meet you. Why did he do that? He did the wide Putin walk. He actually did. Why was bro, shiver me timbers, bro.
They would never forget what was heading straight towards them in that room. Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe because I upload a new scary video every Thursday.
Shout out Chills, man. He's been a legend in the game for a while now. I knew this would be good content, bro. I should react to just top 10s and just random shit like this. It's so funny. This is so good. But yeah, what else did I want to do?